Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how to add rows of seed beads to a centerline pendant. Now we have some of the other centerline pieces where it kind of goes up and down, so it looks a little bit more like a loom piece, but in this one here, you can see in my example, we're going to be adding 4 rows of those seed beads. Now I've done a nice graduated pattern here by using a really great Miyuki mix, and if you don't have a mix, you can just do one solid color. You can create patterns in here. I'm going to show you exactly how many beads fit in each row. But one of the cool things is that this is a great project. If you just have a few seed beads lying around or you want to create your own funky mix, go for it, because this uses so few beads that it's great to use up some extra seed beads that you might have from a different leftover project. All right, so I'm going to be adding this bright green to this gold here because I want you to be able to see it. But what I want to point out too is that you can barely see the threads here because I've used a nice silver thread. And if you wanted to, we do have a nice gold thread to go with the gold if you wanted to have that thread disappear. Another option for you is you can use a color that complements your seed beads, or you can use a completely contrasting color and just make it part of the design element as well. So I'm actually going to be using this purple here on that gold because I want you guys to be able to see what's happening. So this is size D of our NYMO thread. So this is just a few selection of the colors that we have here. So go ahead and shop beadaholique.com. You can see all the colors. And we're going to be using a little GS Hypo Cement. And I just have some snips or scissors here. And then we're going to be using a big eye needle. This is really nice because it's nice and flexible and it's easy to string on your thread because it's got that nice big eye. So I actually already have some of that purple thread onto my needle because I want to go ahead and dive right in. All right, so I have about 3 or 4 feet. I think that's overkill. I think you need about maybe 3 feet at most to do this because we don't have that much going on here. All right, so let me show you guys here. On our piece, we have 4 holes on either side and 4 channels. So what we're going to do first is you are going to have a front and a back because we're going to have to make little thread bridges, so you're going to see that. So go ahead and start down here at the bottom, and we're going to bring our needle up through this side here. And we're going to leave a tail of about 8 inches or so. We're just going to tie that off at the end, so we'll just kind of let that hang out there. All right, so this first row at the bottom is going to be 9 beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go through that center and bring it all the way to the back there. And now I'm going to come up through this first hole on the opposite side. Go ahead and pull that all the way through. There we go. And you see that 9 beads sits in there. So now I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go back through all of those beads. And I'm coming out on top there. But what I really need to do is I need to be going to the back. So I'm just going to sneak my needle through the big center there and go through the back, bringing my thread to the back of the piece. Now, this is the front, so I'm just going to flip it over so you can see that I have my 2 little tails here. Now, we're just going to take this and I'm just going to make a nice little overhand knot with my little tail here. This is a nice easy way to tie this off. There we go. And I'm just going to repeat that, making a second little knot. All right, there we go. All right, so now I'm going to come up through and I'm going to go through one more time all the way across. All right, so now I'm on top there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down through that hole. There we go. And now on the back, I'm going to go up to that second hole there and bring my thread through. So I'm ready to start that next one. So we do have on the back, we do have that little tiny thread bridge right there. All right, so now for the next row, we're going to add 12 beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing. So we're just going to go down through the center. So I want to come out the other side there. And I'm just checking that my bead numbers are correct. There we go. And then we come up through that hole. And you guessed it, we're going back through. So you're kind of doing like a little figure 8 thing here. And just keep track of the top and the bottom. So this is on top, so we got to go through to the back. And I'm going through that center row there. I'm not going through that end hole, because now I can go up through that last hole there. All right, now obviously I don't need to tie a knot anymore, so I'm just going to go through, back through once more, coming out on top, going down through the hole, and now we're going to make another thread bridge coming up so that we can start our third row here. And our third row is going to be 14 beads. So let's go ahead and do that. This is the same technique here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Perfect. All right, so now we're going down through the center, up through the hole, across all the beads once more, and again down through the center, making sure to not catch any of those extra beads there. There we go. Up through the hole, and you guessed it, we're going across once more. Up through the top there, and down through that hole. All right, so this is going to be our last little thread bridge here. We're going to move up to that very last row. And for this row, it's only 15. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. All right, down through the center, same as before. Through the hole. And now we're working our way all the way across there. Down through the center. Up through the hole. And across once more. All right, so now we're finally getting our needle to the very back here. I'm going to show you what the back looks like. So the front should have just all those threads just going evenly across. And on the back, we have 3 little thread bridges because we had to do those little step ups. So I have 1 on this side and then 2 on this side. But they're very slight, and you can see that if you are using that gold thread, it kind of blends right in, so you don't really see it all that much. All right, so I have my thread coming out here. So I am just going to take my needle, and I'm going to try to catch this little tiny thread bridge that's underneath here. Go through, make a little loop, and let's bring our needle back through there, and we're just going to tie a nice, neat little knot. And then I'm just going to take my thread, I'm going to go back through all those seed beads once more, coming out the other side, trying to stay on the back, so I'm just kind of pushing my beads up top there. Because all I want to do is I just want to kind of hide that thread in there just a little bit. So let's see if I can get it. There we go. It's getting really thick in there with threads, so you might just need to just kind of wiggle it a little bit. All right, there we go. I actually went through most of the beads, so I'm happy with that. I can clip off here, and this will hide that thread really nicely. So just getting my scissors nice and close and clipping off that thread. All right, now I'm just going to take my needle and take it off of my extra thread. And you can see I have lots of extra thread there, so when I said you only needed a couple feet, you're fine. All right, so now I'm just going to slip this onto the beginning side, And just do that same thing. I'm just going to try to run it through a few of these beads just to kind of tuck it in there. There we go. Got it through most of them. That'll work. All right. And just trim that off. Perfect. All right, so now I'm just going to set that aside. The last thing I suggest you do is just to take a little bit of GS Hypo Cement, and this is really great because it's got a nice little pinpoint to it. So we're just going to add a tiny little dab on that knot and a tiny little dab on that knot, and that'll dry it nice and clear, but that'll just secure those knots for you. That way you don't have to worry about adding 3 or 4 knots to add bulk. You will just have it be nice and clean. So that is our little project there. You just add rows of beads. So again, just to go over it one more time, it is 9, 12, 14, and 15 beads. So if you're trying to think of making a cool little pattern or a zigzag in there, you can absolutely do that. But it's a great little project, and you can see that we have the silver and the gold version. So you can choose your thread, choose your beads, and just have a lot of fun. You can turn this into a necklace or a pair of earrings like I've done here. So lots of fun to be had with the Centerline pendants. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can shop all of these supplies and see even more videos by heading over to Beadaholique.com.